Today on Heinz Barbecue, we're going to see if we can get this Masterbuilt smoker box to cook like our char griller offset. So come along with us and find out. So it's almost Memorial Day weekend, and that means a lot of people are going to get out and start cooking, especially doing some barbecue. And one of the greatest things that I've figured out here lately is how to repurpose the old Masterbuilt smoker box to turn out some phenomenal barbecue. So I want to do a step-by-step quick video on what to do with this box and how to get it to work correctly. Because one of the biggest problems with this box is that if you try to put wood chunks in it, you get one or two problems. It doesn't produce very good smoky flavor, probably because of the type of wood you're using. And second, it catches on fire and sends the temps through the roof and you can't cook anything on it. So what I want to do is I want to show you how to use this box the way that I figured out to produce phenomenal barbecue without flame ups and with fantastic taste. All right, so we've got our Masterbuilt smoker box here, and if you've got one of these boxes, I don't know, maybe you've had the same trouble that I've had with this box and it's got a couple of problems with it. One of the problems is it catches on fire. If you try to put anything in there, if you soak it in wood, then you run into the second problem where the flavor of it's really not that good. So here's a couple of really quick tips to fix these issues. First of all, I'm just going to go through the operations of said box, or at least the way my box is set up. So what we've got, and we've already got this thing fired up. We're running in between 250 and 260 degrees. And take that for what it is. There's nothing in here right now. So if you put two big pork butts or a brisket or something in here, whatever you can fit in here, it's going to cause that temperature to move around. But water pan, we've got that guy full. So nothing too crazy there. And these things are really simple and they're super cool because of the water pan. They do keep everything really moist, and it's, you know, it's super simple once you learn these things. We've got a temperature probe in here that's hooked up to the signals. I'm just double checking this thing right here, it's off by 20 degrees, so keep that in mind. Get a good temperature probe in there so you know what you're doing, and you know where your temperatures are at. So that being said, the easiest way to do this is with some really good wood. So I'm pretty sure everybody knew that was coming. The wood selection on this is what makes this thing work. And it's just the way that you place it. And this is not the electric version. This is the propane version. The electric version, I don't know if you can do this, but if you got the propane version, I'm going to show you one little trick here that's really going to make this thing turn out phenomenal barbecue. As good as what I produce on the small offset or the big offset. So let me show you that trick. All right, so first of all, get yourself some good gloves, or, I mean, if you want to burn yourself, you can, go for it. Second, we want some good wood. This is hickory. This is greener hickory. About 7 months age. You're going to have to find somewhere to get this. You can't buy this in a store. Some different places sell this stuff online, so you can buy it there. But anybody local that sells firewood is going to have this type of wood. So pick your favorite type of wood. I like hickory, and you want it a little greener. If it's a little aged, it's not going to hurt anything. It'll have enough moisture to do what you want it to do in here. Do not get kiln dried wood. This will not work. It will catch on fire. So then we've got our chamber in here where we're at. And like I said, you want to get this thing preset to your temperature that you're working on, 250, 275. And then inside of here, inside the chamber here, I'm going to try to do this the best I can without making a giant mess of this. You just want to take this piece of wood, and if you look at this inside of here, if I can get it out of here without burning myself, we just want to lay that piece of wood right there across it, just like that. And then we're going to slide it right back in there as I fight with it here. Yeah. We're where we want to be right there. We're just going to take this guy and lay it right across here, up on those rivets. Don't lay it down in that pan. It'll burn a little too quick if you end up doing that. So And you only need one piece. These pieces are about 5 to 6 inches long, and they're probably 2 inches across. So let's get it shut up. One other key thing that makes this work is your airflow. You've got to make sure that your vents are closed off on both ends at the bottom of the box and that your top vent is completely open. What we're doing is we're restricting airflow in there. Too much airflow can get in there and still light that piece of wood on fire. But as long as you control it, that typically doesn't happen. So within about 15 to 20 minutes, you'll have some type of, whitish bluish smoke coming out of your smoker that looks like this. This is still an open fire down in the bottom of this firebox, but what you're doing is you're just controlling the air intake on this to keep that fire from getting completely out of control. This method has worked really well for me, and I'm really happy to share it with everyone out there because I want everybody to get out this weekend, go cook with your family, do stuff outside with your friends, because that's what barbecue's all about. It's about being together and having an awesome time. And anytime I can find something that I can share, I hope it gets people out there and just gets people together, eating good food and having a good time. So something else I do is if you don't feel like you're seeing enough smoke in there, you can put a second log in there, but it will get really smoky. But it's still, like I said, it's still the same concept as an offset. You've just kind of transferred the method over to this. One thing I will say is if you open that bottom door after about 45 minutes of that log kind of sitting there burning at a finite temperature with the correct amount of air, what's going to end up happening is that thing's going to burst into flames. If you do that, it's going to rocket the temperature up. Grab a pair of tongs, pull it out of there, let it sit to the side and cool off, throw a fresh one on there, and that'll stop that flame up from happening. But if you just let this guy sit there and burn, it'll run about this temperature until you're time to put another log on. Another log, yeah, probably what I'm seeing on this stuff is probably about an hour to an hour and a half per log. So you're still going to have to come out here and monitor this thing, but it's going to produce some phenomenal barbecue. You're going to get that really good open flame, open fire taste. And I've just, been playing with this thing now for about 2 years, and the offsets are really neat, but they're a lot of energy to run, and I don't always have time to do it. So I started playing with this guy again to see what we could come up with, and this is what we discovered. And like I said, if you give this a try, I think you'll find it makes some really good barbecue, and you can throw just about anything in here. If I can find another one of these boxes, they make this in a larger size, and I've been looking around on Facebook Marketplace trying to find one because I want to buy a bigger one so I can do briskets in it because it works that well. So there we go. That's what we got. I hope this helps somebody as much as it's helped me. So if you have any questions about it, comments, anything I can help you with, throw them down there in the comments, and I will be happy to share any other knowledge that I've gained on this, or if you have some issue with yours, I'll be happy to help. So, well, that concludes today's video on can a box be as good as an offset. And I promise you, if you try this method, I think you'll be really, really happy with it. The key is stay away from kiln dried wood. Find somebody that's got some fresh firewood. I really like hickory. I think it works really good. It's my favorite type of wood to smoke with. And if it's a little greener, it's going to work a lot better in that box. So that being said, if you like what you see, please subscribe, hit the like button, do whatever you got to do. If you got something you want to talk about, throw it in there. If you don't like me, that's cool too. But really hope this helps, and hope you guys get out and cook with your family, spend time with friends, and just have an awesome, safe weekend. So until next time, keep them burning.